Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, my friends of artelino, provided there are any. I'm not so sure about that. My name is Dieter Manschura, and I happen to be the owner of a little family company located in southern Germany in the state of Bavaria. And we've sold art prints, mostly Japanese art prints, in weekly online auctions since 2001. And we produce these videos, of course, to encourage you to buy in our online auctions. Well, today I want to talk about cat prints, a very specific cat print, this one. It's by a famous contemporary printmaker working in Japanese style. His name is Paul Binnie. Let me repeat, Paul Binnie. Cat prints have in general been very popular among collectors of Japanese prints since the 19th century. I want to mention one famous printmaker from the 19th century. His name is Kuniyoshi Utagawa, and he liked cats. Well, he had several cats. Always half a dozen cats were strolling inside and around the house, according to his students. And he rather often depicted cats in his prints. And these prints today are especially high in demand by collectors. Well, Paul Binnie also likes cats, and he also likes dogs. I remember when he was in London, after he had returned from Japan, where he had spent roughly 6 years learning the Japanese way of printmaking. And there he had a dog, and he even eternalized this dog in one of his early print. I don't remember the title anymore. It's a large, skinny dog playing with a ball against a green background. But we're not talking about dogs now, we are talking about cats. So, Dieter, don't deviate from the subject. Okay, the title of this print is Cat Feathers, and it's the red version. The Japanese title is Neko. I mention this because Paul Binnie has the habit of keeping the titles of his prints always in two languages, in Japanese and in English. And I said, okay, red version. There are overall 3 different color versions from this design and the same blocks. The other versions are in blue and in a kind of a green turquoise. This is probably my favorite one. The size of this print, it's smaller than O1. It's 23 by 33 centimeters, or for you guys in the US, who are, by the way, my best clients, by the way, hello, for friends in the US, in inches, 9 by 13 inches. Technique, traditional Japanese woodblock print. And as always, Paul creates limited editions, and this is an edition size of 100. And of course, each copy is hand-signed by him. Paul created and published this print, self-published, self-created, self-printed, and self-carved in 2018. We are in the year 2022, so one of his rather fresh designs. And Paul was inspired for this design by another print which was commissioned by a lady, probably a wealthy lady, because must have quite some money in order to be capable of commission just your own design from Paul. And this print, that is available, and it shows this nice lady holding her cat, this cat in her arms. And Paul, he prefers to make the sketches for his woodblock prints. That's the first step, always from the real model. So he was in that house, and there he probably realized how later this crazy, in apostrophes, cat went over this cushion and made a mess. And that inspired him to make this second design later in 2018. Let's take a little bit of closer look now at this design. I always have to mention for beginners who are not familiar how a woodblock print is made, what it means to create such a work of art. I mean, look at this cat. She looks like a real personality. She looks at you with her green eyes, like, oh, I'm the master here in this house, yeah? Proud, and it's my right to make a mess when I want to have to play with a cushion and ruin it, of course. And now look at the cushion. When I saw this print the first time, I thought, hey, that is a velvet cushion. And it actually was. It was crazy. I mean, Paul manages just by carving with old-fashioned tools into wooden blocks and then taking color and spreading color over it to give you the impression that this is velvet, yeah? And to give the impression that this cat is a personality, yeah? This is, for me, it's hard to understand, yeah? And this is what makes a great artist, my friends. Anyway, we've come to the end. This print is offered in our current auction. It's the number auction 1719, and this auction will end tomorrow. Tomorrow will be February 13th, and we are in the year 2022. So take a look at our auction catalog. It already has some counterbidding, but you can still acquire it. And I would be pleased not only to see you in our auctions, but also for our next video. And until then, please stay healthy, take care, and have a good week.